25th season for John Force. Look at the numbers in 2013. 3 final rounds and in the last 4 races, 3 poles. That big win we just saw at Bristol, and he's jumped all the way up to 5th in the championship standings. So let's hear from John Force. He's always appreciated to join us here in the tunnel. All right, you're on a great run. The last 4 races, 3 finals. With that win at Bristol, you jumped to 5th in the points. Are we witnessing your run for the 16th championship?
I'm really excited. We really struggled. You know, sponsors pay big money to have us out here. And we've struggled. We've struggled with a number of different chassis, different clutch programs. And to be in 3 finals there in a row, we may not be the best, but our hot rods are starting to run.
And John, along that line, we've heard quite a few rumors that you may be doing a sort of a crew chief driver swap, swapping the teams around. Can you give us an update on that?
Well, change is good. It may not be working for Obama, but or maybe it is. But for us, it's just time for change. You know, it's no different. We're in a tough economy right now. NHRA, like NASCAR, we got a great product. We're heading for Denver this week, and we're excited. But you got to deliver, and you got to have change. And even sponsors over the years. And, you know, I really want to thank, like Castro, 28 years, going on 30. These people have been with me a long time, stood by me. But one of these days, it'll change. And we got Ford engineers working on these chassis, so much that we did so we could dominate, and we did that over a 20-year period. But we're not dominating now. So right now, I'm just mixing it up. I don't know what else to do. I've jumped out there and I've made some serious moves. You'll see on ESPN when we get to Denver. But I'm going to take, you know, over the years, there were legends like Austin Coyle and Bernie Federle, guys that took me to those championships, but they're gone. And what I'm doing right now is I'm taking the young guys, I'm moving them around in the business, putting them who I think they ought to be with. And this is the first statement I've made. Robert Height, the president of John Force Racing that drives the Auto Club Ford, he's going to be moved over, and he's going to be put with Mike Neff, the one that took me to the championship in 2010. Now everybody says, well, why would you do that? He just put you in 3 final rounds and you got some wins. I'm doing it because I need to put the right people, the young people together. Jimmy Prock is a guy that I'm looking at that may be going top fuel. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I'm teaming up with Jimmy Prock, and we're gonna rattle their cages out there. You can trust me.
Well, John, by the way, you are the legend now. And earlier this year, you and Courtney faced off in the finals, and she got the better end of the deal there at New Hampshire. But is it hard to race your daughter or gratifying?
No, there's 2 things, and I'm sorry I get wound up and I talk too much. They're over here yelling at me. Don't wave your hands. I don't know whether to stop or go. But what was the question? See, they got me all confused.
About racing Courtney.
My daughter.
Yeah, racing Courtney.
Yeah, you got to be on 2 hats. You got to be the dad, you know, because you love your kid, you want her to win. But I'm out there trying to win for the sponsors like Traxxas and Auto Club and Ford and Brand Source, Mac Tool. That's my job. So I want to beat her, and luckily I was able to get her at Bristol, and I think it was her in the final at Bristol. Help me out here. And then, of course, she got me up at the inaugural race up at Effie, New Hampshire. So I want to win, but I want to see her win. But it's tough, but that's the nature of the beast.
All right, John, let's talk about Courtney a little bit. Obviously, folks are going to have an opportunity to pick up ESPN, the magazine, the body issue. She's in there this year. Some beautiful pictures. And I heard you say some quotes about the fact that this is good for your sponsors. It brings a lot of exposure there. But you're also her dad. And I just think, you know, it's one of those things. How did you feel about it when she first came to you and said, I'm going to have these photos in this magazine?
Well, first they had me do the ESPN, the body issue, and I did it a few years back because of my crash, and they wanted to show me broken arms, legs, how I recovered as an athlete. But so many men and women have done it, drivers from NASCAR and F1 and IndyCar and football and golf. A little bit everybody's done it. It's only been in play for 4 years. They asked Courtney to do it last year, but she said, Dad, coming in, I want to prove myself as a driver, not this way. I need to go out there and prove what I can do and get my exposure. And she did that with winning races last year, did a great job, made Rookie of the Year, like her sister Ashley, Rookie of the Year. And, you know, a few years before, won races, first women to win in funny car. That's pretty impressive. So this year, she made the call. Great exposure for her sponsors. I know, you know, out there, there's the little kids that look up to her as a role model. But this was an opportunity, you know, to hit the mass market worldwide. And she went for it, and I'm proud of her because she didn't do this, you know, to try to look pretty or sexy in a magazine. And she looked pretty good, even from a dad's eyes. But the point was, she did it because she said originally, Dad, this race car, at the end of the day, I'm drained, my muscles are pulled in my arms. I said, you got to get back in that gym where you work out to look pretty. You got to get in there and build your body muscle and strength and endurance. And she did that. And boy, she's got a heck of a trainer that takes care of her. And boy, to see her in that deal, she looks super strong. I thought the coolest picture was, hey, when you can get the front cover and get the centerfold, you did something right. But watching her tote that big old parachute like her 300-mile-an-hour fuel funny car does, that was pretty impressive. So it's my daughter. And she looks like her mama. Thanks God she don't look like me. But I'm proud of her, and I'm going to stick by my kids no matter what they do.
She looks great in a broadcaster's eyes, too, by the way. Thanks a lot, John. We appreciate your time, and good luck in that Western Swing, which begins next week in Denver.
Well, we're going to keep trying. We're going to hurt some feelings. You know, one of my gentlemen I've known for a long time, Tom McKernan, said, it's a rough old road you're going down, but like Smokey and the Bandit. It's a brand new road. There's only 900 miles to go, and we're going after it.
Always entertaining. Thank you so much, John, and have a good Western Swing.
Thank you.